Right, what I think I've got now is a program that reads in and writes pretty well anything that you can get to or from the Wii controller. So I'm going to run it again. Press 1 and 2, so I'm going to press 1 and 2, flashes while it's connecting. It's going to buzz once it has made the connection and tells me to let go of the buttons. Then displays a little menu. So what I've got here is the cross controller up at the top there, the up, down, left, right. I can use, so that's down, up, right, left, to toggle LEDs. So I can toggle the values of the LEDs. Data from the buttons being sent to the PC, and the PC is then asking the Wii controller to change the state of the LEDs. The B button down here, the trigger, makes a little short buzz, and the A button there gives a longer buzz. The plus button here starts the accelerometer data displaying on the screen. So what I've got here is the delta values, so the difference between the previous and the current accelerometer readings, which currently are very low because it's resting on a book, and the absolute values, which actually show the orientation of the device. So if I change the device around, you're probably not going to be able to see this, but it's changing the values of some of the accelerometers without changing the delta values much because it's not moving very much. If you move it slowly, you're only getting delta values of sort of 1 and 2, which mean that trying to use those for integration to get velocity and position, I think is going to be very inaccurate. You have to really shake it around quite violently to get values up a sort of 20 to 30 range. So it's not got very good resolution in those terms, and I don't think it's going to be good enough for navigating an airship, which is what we want it to do. If I press the minus button there, it'll stop displaying it on the screen. And the other thing is the 1 and 2 buttons here I've linked up to displaying the infrared data. So if I press the 1 button now, it says IR, and it's not displaying anything because I'm currently pointing it at the computer screen. If I point it at the lamp behind my head, it suddenly starts identifying that there's an infrared source over there. What it does within hardware is it picks up to 4 infrared sources and just returns the intensity or size and the coordinates. As you can see, as I'm tilting it away from the light source, it's then failing to pick it up again. And that seems to be quite fine-grained control, so I think the answer to navigation may be to create a sort of navigation beacon using infrared lights, and then look at distances between them and angles and that sort of thing, and use that as a method of navigating an airship around. If I press the 2 button there, it says ending infrared display, and just the final thing is the home button there finishes the program. So that's it. The other thing that we did this morning was disassemble this in the workshop, and Rash in the workshop reckons that he can take the data lines that are going currently to the LEDs and to the buzzer and provide external output from them. So we may be able to control motors and that sort of thing using the outputs that would otherwise go to the LEDs and the buzzer. Not very useful things to have on an airship, LEDs or a buzzer. We'd prefer to have some motors.